Hey, so I am getting ready to weld the back end of the car. I finally figured out how the drip rails work. Thank God I've got my original car here to show me. They actually go under, then over, then under the side assembly, which I'll show in another video. But I figured while I had them off, I've got the rear quarters off, and it's called peel and seal. It's like aluminum with kind of a rubbery, sticky stuff underneath. It's just like Dynamat. It's much less expensive than Dynamat. You can get it at, I got this at Lowe's, and it comes in a roll. I'll show you what it looks like. Right here. Peel and seal. It's roofing stuff. It's fundamentally the same as Dynamat. But like I said, it's way cheaper. And to give you an example, if I only did that outer wheelhouse of the difference in sound. Okay, ready? It's amazingly quieter with just one layer. The goal for this thing is to be a nice, comfortable daily, and I'm trying to figure out ways to quiet it down, in ways that they didn't do from the factory. But I'm gonna do, the outsides of this whole structure everywhere that I can, and then also the inside of the quarters, the whole inside, to help, further reduce wind noise, NVH, wherever I can. Pretty excited. These drip rails, I'll just show you now. There's nowhere online you can find this information out. And, on the Peterson videos, he puts the drip rails on the top here. Well, on these, they have to go underneath, which I only realized by looking at my original car. And then you can see they go over on top and then back under. And then there are these, let's see, they go like this. These pieces go here. Those will have to be welded in. And then there are these small little drip rail ends. See on my pile of stuff here. I think it's this side. And these go, they'll end up going like this approximately, that go behind the boomerang, right? But yeah, there's very little pictures and information online about how some of this stuff goes together, which is a surprise considering how many, I don't know, thousands of these things get restored. It's interesting to me that there's still only, I could only find a couple really reputable places to get information. But that's okay. It's a discovery. But yeah, it's coming together. Very excited. I'll spend some time dynamatting the back end of this. Then I have to prep my taillight panel. I have to drill a bunch of holes to weld it in. It welds along this bottom lip here. And I've seen I thought I saw some videos where they drilled a couple holes through here and then welded that to the taillight panel too. So I'll probably do that, because that's the only place it welds. But yeah, coming together great. The entire back of the car is ready to be welded. Been doing some other projects and I'm back on the car. Everything is really as tight as I can get it. Screwed in, metal cleaned up, all that sort. I had to get these claw sort of things to make sure that these gaps were right, make sure that the window gap was right. And there was really no other way I could pull them together, but that works really good. I also came up with a neat trick to get the curve of the quarter just right. So you can see this little mark here. So you see that silver? That's how much I needed it to move. So what I did was I screwed in the bottom, screwed in the top, took a screwdriver and just twisted and held it out, and then put a self-tapper in. And what I was able to do was get a really nice line here. It's really, really nice. You know, the doors will need adjusting again. That's it sort of seems like the way it goes. But I'm very happy with these gaps now. I had to really trim off, like, I don't know, the bottom inch of the inside on both sides to get them to fit properly. Otherwise it would touch in the bottom and there'd be a gap here. So I had to get rid of that, you know, smoothed it all down, and I was able to get it really, I mean, they're really good, I think. Minimal body work required. A couple things too, like these pieces, you know, there's nothing online of, I don't even know what they're called. All I know is there was a gap there that came in a box of brackets. And thankfully my original car was still together enough where I could get a pretty good idea of where they go. So I've got that. Also, there is nothing online for drip rails of how they go in, but I figured it out, approximately where they go. I'm gonna have to use my spot welder to weld in here, because the roof comes down and you have to weld it right in here, this little channel. So I'm gonna have to practice a bunch with that thing before I get on the car. So that's where it's at. I painted up top, both front and rear. I did put this sort of dynamat in both quarters. I mean, a huge difference in the noise. Like, give you an example. So this is a door, no mat. This is a roof with a mat. It's amazing the difference in the sound. So I'm really looking forward to having a Mustang with, I hope, low NVH. But I'm ready to weld. I'm just bringing the temperature down in here a little bit more, and I'm gonna start. So the end is near.